What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about something that I've always wanted to do for a very long time. It's going to be the start of a new series called The Final Whistle. Now, as the title suggests, in this new series I'm going to be talking about something that I hold very dear to my heart, something that I'm truly passionate about. It's football, and obviously it's about Manchester City, my favorite club. Yeah. I'm going to be talking about all things Manchester City, any games that happened during the season, whether it be Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, EFL Cup, any transfer dealings, any transfer rumors, and I'll be there to talk about it and give my very lowly 2 cents as a Manchester City fan. But before I continue into the video, I would just like to give my thoughts and my best wishes to one of our own, to Eric Garcia, who suffered a nasty collision with our goalkeeper Edison. Honestly, the only bad thing that happened throughout the match. Edison came flying out and collided with Eric Garcia, who was just looking to clear the ball, and clattered into Eric Garcia, and you can honestly see he went limp for a few minutes, so that was very worrying. Besides that, he honestly looked very, very world class today. He didn't look like a youth player that came into our first team and had good talent but lack of experience. He looks like he's been in the first team for about 2-3 years, honestly. He's very good on the ball, very composed, very astute when it comes to defending, knows the right positions to be in, and he's honestly one that we should definitely keep in our Manchester City squad, especially considering the fact that we have the Champions League ban that could potentially derail any hopes of us signing any world-class players. So someone like him is someone that we should think about keeping. We should definitely keep. And if we let him go the same way we let Sancho go, it would be honestly a big shame, because he is a world-class player. He looks like a very good, very young, very humbled player, and we definitely should have him in our squad. And to put it in perspective, we are playing against Arsenal. Never mind the fact that Arsenal are like 9th or 10th, whatever they are in the table. Arsenal is still, with their history, a decent squad, a mid-table squad, but a decent squad. And for Eric Garcia to come in, play alongside Laporte, and to be able to combat this Arsenal team, to be able to combat Aubameyang, who is a world-class striker, an elite-level striker who would probably walk into any team in the world. And he didn't look out of place playing against Aubameyang, an elite-level, world-class, Golden Boot-winning striker. This is definitely one for the future, and one that I seriously hope that we consider, we keep giving him minutes, because he honestly, truly deserves it. But for now, all my best wishes go out to him, and a speedy recovery for his injury. Now, onto my thoughts and opinions. Project Restart kicked off in a very, very good start for Manchester City. 3-0, a resounding 3-0 win against Diaz at Etihad. We managed to play very, very well, but give credit to where it's due, Arsenal played very, very well as well. For that first 30-40 minutes, I was really, really nervous. They pressed us hard, they didn't give us time, they didn't give us space, and they looked very, very difficult to play against, which is not honestly what you associate with any Arsenal team from Emery, especially Wenger in the more recent years that he was in the club. But Manchester City had difficulty playing against Arsenal. Arsenal looked pretty sharp in the counter-attack, and I thought for a brief moment that Arsenal had the chance to somehow nick something from this game, maybe through a counter-attack or through set pieces, which honestly is still our weakest game at the moment, which is something that's very concerning, especially when you play against the likes of Liverpool or Manchester United, where they have really tall players and really good players. So for that first 30 to 40 minutes, Arsenal played very well. That is until the magic happened. That is until the disaster that's about to happen came onto the pitch. Pablo Mari injured. On comes David Luiz. Now David Luiz. Chelsea fans must be over the moon in the fact that they had an £8 million profit, and they managed to offload David Luiz to their biggest rivals, who in turn are causing their biggest rivals the worst defensive mistakes that they could ever have. After that 40th minute, Arsenal still played their game, still tried to play the same way that they had been playing until De Bruyne whips in a cross. And what should have been a very, very easy clearance, any Manchester City defender, any Liverpool defender would have just cleared that into a throw-in or a corner. But David Luiz didn't clear it properly, and the cross managed to land in the feet of Raheem Sterling. And credit where it's due to Raheem Sterling. He was composed, he was ready, he was taking his time, letting the ball drop to his feet and unleashed it into the top corner. Bernd Leno, absolutely no chance. Who, to be fair, was honestly playing a very, very good game until that point. Bernd Leno is honestly Arsenal's best player yesterday, which says a lot about the team, because if your team lost 3-0 and your best player is your goalkeeper, that says a lot about your team, really. But back on Raheem Sterling, he scored an absolute peach of a goal and put Manchester City 1-0 up at halftime. But the disaster doesn't stop there for David Luiz. He came on in the second half, and within like the first 10 minutes of the second half, he manages to make an even worse mistake than what he did in the first. And after a distribution from Edison into the path of Mahrez, Mahrez just uses pace to get past David Luiz, and David Luiz just made a very clumsy challenge, not only giving away a penalty, but getting himself a red card as well, which is honestly not very good if you're an Arsenal fan. And Kevin De Bruyne, no doubt on the spot, buries it home and gives us a 2-0 lead. And ever since that penalty, Manchester City played quite well. They dominated the game, they controlled possession, they controlled defensively, very good attacking wise. Basically, Arsenal just crumbled at the end. They didn't really show any much heart that they did in the first 30 to 40 minutes. And it was honestly a very comfortable win at the end. Foden, another one of our own, scores for himself after Sergio Aguero hits the post and the rebound falls back to Phil Foden. But all in all, a very good performance so far from Manchester City, and honestly, we have nothing much to play for besides if the Champions League returns. But in terms of the Premier League, Liverpool's going to win the league, no doubt. And all congrats to them. Fully deserved 25 points off the second best team in England. And honestly, fully deserve it. And I hope we can come back stronger than ever, and that we may be able to, if the ban of Manchester City in the Champions League is upheld, then I hope that that's a good case for us to just fully focus on the Premier League and be able to reclaim our title. So that's it, I'm gonna leave you here for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me talking about football, and I would like to really get your opinion. Do sound off in the comments below. Do smash the like button, and of course subscribe if you're new and if you breathe oxygen before this video ends. For now though, I'll see you on the next video.